Scott's here too, and I just wanted to come on and we're gonna do a quick update on the floors. So I thought let's flip us around here. Why isn't it flipping around? There we go. So I was able to clean the mantle off and get some pictures back up, but the eating area in the kitchen, and then this is my hobby room / our den. Hi, Shannon. And this is all done in here. And the hall is the last thing they have to do on the inside. And this is not the finished work. And Scott's been shoving in newspaper. They came today to work on it, but then they worried about a storm that was supposed to hit us and give us snow and ice and blah, blah, blah. So they just quickly threw some plywood down. Scott did cut the pieces to go around the stack for the HVAC. That goes up in the attic and runs out to our break room. Hi, Janet. Janet Nash says, hi, Scott. So he did that, and we put this board down here. There was a bigger hole there. We were afraid Tippy might wedge through. But then Scott's been stuffing newspaper in any of the holes because we're getting a lot of air, because this is basically open to the under the house here. I'll step in here. Ooh. And they did get some of the blocking work done today before they had to leave. We're doing okay. It's been cold here. We've got some ice right now. And so this all will get redone in the red oak hardwood for the flooring. And I'm kind of hoping that the kids will just lift up what Scott's already cut because he's got it to fit up nice and tight. And that would save them cutting it. I'm saying kids, they're all under like 35.
They can use it as a template.
Yeah, they could use it as a template and cut them. So I'll show that to Dustin when he comes.
I can't believe what a difference it's made to just stuff newspaper in the holes.
Yeah, we had a cold night last night because a good bit of this was still open. And because they only partway covered it that night. So let me walk back this way through my hobby room / den and the kitchen. And we're gonna put down linoleum, the linoleum for the kitchen. And we're gonna everybody was asking about this room. We're just gonna put this flooring back down in here. We just lifted it up to try to protect as much of it as we could. So we're gonna reuse that. We didn't wanna buy a bunch of more flooring. And then in here, this will get the hardwood again. And
all the laminate flooring, it's so inexpensive and goes down so easy. If you get tired of it after a while, just
pop it up
and put something different down.
But this will have it's a product by Bruce is what we're going to use.
It's a 3/4 inch.
3/4 inch hardwood, but it's already been stained and finished. I do have a bunch of cleaning to do, and we've got some repairs to make to sheetrock where they accidentally slipped and popped holes here and there. But I told Scott, I said, when they're done on the inside, I'll start going wall by wall, and I'll wash the wall off with, like dish soap or some kind of cleaner.
There's all kind of dust on everything.
Everything's coated in dust, and I'll just start washing the walls. And anytime I find a ding or something that needs to be repaired, I'll put a piece of painter's tape, and then he can come in and fix those. But then this is the rest of the flooring in here. You can see it's about half of the room. So what we're thinking is I'm going to do some rearranging when they're done inside. Like that desk there that we actually rescued that from a trash heap one time when we first, not long after we got married, I don't think. But we're going to put that in the entry right there. And I'll move that antique radio somewhere else. But then I'm going to set this side up with things that could be moved easily, like our recliners and such. and the coffee table, maybe have them on this side and then have the computer over there. I'm thinking of utilizing the green desk in my space in there. And I told Scott I want to set it up in a way that the actual computer piece, the box, is like on a different cabinet. So I can have the majority of the desk as an art table. So I've got lots of things been flowing through my head. But anyway, what we'll do is we'll start the hardwoods, the new ones, on this side. And once this side is done, we'll kind of shift what we can over to this side and then pull all of this up. We might have to move some of this furniture to another room because we've got our dining room table here. The buffet is there. There's a chest in the corner with a bunch of photos and antique radios. But yeah, I've got lots of things going in my head to make this livable as we progress. And, you know, we're slow. So this could take some time and I will have to live with plywood for a little while. We have to work in the slow and increments that we can. We're in our 60s now. We don't work steady. I've had to pull my art off the wall because they're pretty aggressive and with thumping around. So yeah, that pretty much shows you it's about half the width of this room has been pulled up. And they've got all that half-inch plywood left, hoping that's enough that they can do the floor properly on Monday.
If not, one more sheet ought to do it.
That's what Trent was saying, possibly one more sheet of the half-inch. And we have still a bunch of the 3/4-inch pressure treated that they bought too much of that we don't need. They're going to take that back. And then Tuesday, I had gone the other day and picked up the smoke alarms right there. And we were going to install them, but the fire department called me and said that it's actually part of a program put on by the Red Cross where they have to install them to be sure they're installed correctly in the right locations. And I think they're going to also bring us a carbon monoxide detector because we have gas heat and gas hot water tanks. So they're going to set it up and it doesn't cost us a thing. And then they said they'd do a walkthrough with us on Tuesday or whoever's here because they're coming when Scott's at work. So they'll walk through with me and give me a safety report of what we could do to make things safe. And I told them, I said, well, I don't know how that's going to go because my house is literally blown up right now and things are stacked everywhere that I could find a hole to move things out of the way for these crews to come in. And yeah, isn't it? It's coming along, but doggone, I'm ready for it to be done. So anyhow, and the kitties, I cleaned my table off and put their baskets back and look at them. They are out. And see behind this table, that's the teddy bear that Vicki Brown talked me into doing. Well, I've been working on this bear today. He's called, what is he called? Chunky Benji. And you can get the pattern on Etsy for $7. And he's a huggable bear. You don't overfill him. See, he's soft so you can hug him. And I also made a baby blanket because I was asked to. See, there's the flooring we pulled up and we numbered every single piece so we know exactly where it goes. At least the pieces that were cut. Is that the bear you're making? Now, mine is coming out huge because I'm not using a G hook. I'm using an H hook. So he's pretty big. And Scott said he looks like something off from, what'd you say, Star Trek?
Some kind of alien slug.
An alien slug. I don't think he looks like an alien slug. But he's big. And I got to put his other leg on and then his arms go here. I think it's interesting how they're having you put the arms on. You crochet them right to him. I thought that was cool. And I had to give him some highlights on his eyes.
He'd say, Kirk, you must surrender the Enterprise.
You see, I'm married to a nutcase. Anyway. Yeah, I have
Corbellian slug creature.
slug creature. I need to go through all of this mess. It's
a Silmarian slug.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, don't step on the little boards. They're kind of rickety.
Oh, this is right.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for the right side of the hallway because it's like 4-foot wide pieces, not these itty bitty little pieces. Shannon said, "Wacko." So, I can show you the baby blanket. Ignore the mess in the bedroom, you guys. This is our life right now.
It's a total wreck.
Temperature blanket. It's been utilized a lot by Howard. And, ooh, where is it? Oh, here. This is the, okay, honey. This is the baby blanket I finished. So I need to get it in the mail. It's only like 24 inches by 24 inches. You use 3 skeins of the, was it Premier Bloom? And I was asked to make a baby blanket. So it's just a little guy. It's really warm. And it's actually, Renee asked me to make it, and she said she'd pay me to make it for her. So that was that. Yes. Pay. Are you going to dress your bear? I was telling Anne, I'm really toying with the idea of embroidering some flowers on mine. I thought that would be really cool. Okay, that stitch is called, if I can remember, I'll put the link to the pattern. It's super easy. I think it's called, you do the waddle stitch back and forth. Really, really easy. It's basically single crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and like every other stitch. Super easy. You're embroidering bead. He's just like the perfect, mine might turn into a girl because I'm thinking I might make it a tutu. You know, you take a piece of ribbon and put some netting on it. But I'll try to put a link to the pattern for that baby blanket because it takes 3 skeins of that chunky yarn and a L hook. An L hook. You're doing a vest and a bow tie. Let's see here. There we go. Excuse the crazy hair. Yeah, and I was thinking like kind of 70s retro flowers. And sorry for the sniffles. We are having issues with our allergies because of everything floating in the air. So, I think I shared that pattern on, oh, there's Carol's. Ah, he's cute. He's cute. And you used what for the eyes? Did you embroider your eyes or are they buttons? I can't see. Maybe if I blow him up. I think you embroidered them. Yep. Let's see. My sister is doing a sale on her clay baby pottery tomorrow because the weather's turned bad. I've been sharing so much because I've had nothing else to do. And then the day that we didn't have any power, that was a long day. But we now have 200 amp service and everything's working fine. And there's enough room in the box that Scott can update out in the garage if he wanted to. I just look back at these pictures of when we had, no floors a few days ago. So I'm tickled with the progress so far. I'm looking for that pattern. I'll look for it after I get off here. So, anywho, I just lost some chat, live chat. Hi, Sandra Louise. At Mama Two's place. Awesome. These bears are cute, and Vicki Brown's the one that got me started because she said she was hoping I would try it, so I went and bought the pattern. But I did find 2 mistakes in the pattern. Did you find them? I don't have the pattern out here, but there was like one round. If you had tried to complete what they told you to, there was no stitches to work into. So the stitches were off on that. But my count was correct. So I just went with the count and crossed off the last little bit of that instructions because it made no sense. I would have had I was supposed to, I think, have 30 stitches at the end, and I would have had like 34. So I did not do exactly as the pattern said. And there was something else that I noticed that I was off, but I just made adjustments on my pattern. And he is fun to do, and I like that I put the little highlights on with the white embroidery, so he actually looks like he's got, he's looking at you. He's got the sun in his eyes, but he does need another leg. All right, guys, I just wanted to give you an update. They'll be back on Monday. That floor should be done. And there's more work to be done under the house where they're going to close off the vents, clean out really, really good, and put the plastic vapor barrier down, and then install the dehumidifier, and then we'll be done. Everything's taking longer than I thought it should. And they're young kids doing it, and they're doing a fairly good job. It's just they're real into beat it into position. And Scott and I have always been just go back to the saw, take a tiny, like half a blade width off. Sometimes that's all it needs, or maybe a blade width, and then come back and just gently set it back in. I don't think we've ever had to pound something into position, but we are older. We've got more experience. But anywho, all right. I will see you guys later. I'm hoping I might not be able to do Monday because they're coming back, but I might be able to do my Wednesday at 1:30. All right. So I'll see you then.